Hey, what's up, boys? How we doing, man? This is a video that I wanted to make, you guys. Hopefully, you guys can relate with me on this. This is kind of a concept that happens, I would say, it's hard to say, you guys, because this is kind of a spiritual one. It has to do with God and has to do with like some spiritual blessings. Might happen a little bit further down the road on your journey. I think started noticing this at least a month into the SR journey, but I feel like this is definitely something that has to do with God and how He can bless us with different spiritual gifts and things like that. So, guys, this video is going to be all about spiritual discernment. All right, what does that mean? All right, spiritual discernment is something that the Bible talks about. Something that it's a spiritual gift that God blesses us with, right? And it comes with being in communication with Him, being obedient with Him. So it's in the same vein as retaining, right? It's like we become obedient to God when we retain. He becomes very happy with us, because we're obeying Him, eliminating lust. But I mean, we have to be also mindful of all the other things, being obedient in all the other areas, pride, greed, gluttony. The list goes on of different types of sins, that God doesn't like. But I mean, getting lust in control is a pretty massive one because, the whole world is under that lust spell. You guys, you feel me? But social media, TV, everywhere we look, people are lustful. A lot of women are lustful. The way they dress, that's just the way it is, you guys, around the world. It's very lustful, especially nowadays. So God is definitely pleased when we can get this under wraps. So it's one of those things, man, where after time, God starts to bless you. As soon as you become more and more obedient, God starts to bless you with this thing called discernment. All right, discernment essentially is you're able to read people's energy. You're able to read people essentially who they are, what they're about, their intentions. All right, and it comes with a lot of different things, you guys. Comes with body language, tone of voice, the way people behave, the way they act, the way they post on social media. It's almost like you get a lot more sensitive to other people and their energy and what they do, and you're able to kind of see who they are. You can see their true colors maybe a little bit quicker than other people. All right, so for example, when I first got this job in my new work, I was able to kind of feel it out. I know normal people who probably aren't on SR can do this, but I feel like when you go on SR, you start putting God first. He starts blessing you with these things, and we're able to do it at a heightened our skills, they go way up. We're able to see kind of who is who in the room, like who maybe we want to be friends with, who we can talk to, and who we want to stay away from. All right, just by people's energy and the way they behave and the way they act, and just their vibration. You can pick up on other people's vibrations. Understand who is who. Maybe this person is saying certain things, talking about certain things, activities that you don't really agree with, or things that you don't partake in anymore. That's a good sign. Your discernment will tell you to stay away from that person. People that you resonate with, people that are being kind and loving, showing that they're tapped in spiritually. What I'm saying? Your discernment will go up for them. You're able to interact with them, in a spiritual manner. You can see who's high vibrational. What I'm saying? So, you get to see both sides of the coin, and this is a very powerful part of the journey, you guys, because, God definitely isolates us on semen retention because this path is a path of self-development, and it's a path of improving all areas of our life. So God definitely wants to isolate us, to separate us from anyone that may cause harm, because the old version of myself, you guys, I was allowing a bunch of different types of people into my life, toxic people into my life that I didn't realize they were that toxic, because my, that third eye and that your discernment, whatever, man, it's non-existent, whatever you want to call it, but it's non-existent, and we allow ourselves to, for me, I was hanging out with a lot of different types of people, trying to be friends with a lot of different people. Pretty much like if you wanted to be my friend, I would allow you into my life because you want to be my friend. It didn't matter what you were into. You know, that's crazy, and that caused a lot of harm because I'd be hanging out with toxic people, hanging out with the people that that aren't on my same vibration, you know, and they end up causing harm, you know. So this is a blessing that we get, you guys, going on SR. Spiritual discernment, you know, we're able to see who people are, and you know, we can at that point set boundaries, you know, set boundaries and decide who we want to be around. All right, whose energy field we want to allow into ours, who, you know. So it's definitely one of those things that I've utilized, you know, to the max, and it's very, very beneficial, very important, because you know, it comes with everybody, man. Especially if you guys are messing around with females, and maybe you're trying to go on dates and things like that. You know, your discernment is way up with the females as well. You know, you can kind of see, you know, if a female is starting to play mind games, if they're talking to somebody else, you know what I mean? Things like that. You can really pick up on that quick, you know, when your discernment is up. And, you know, with other dudes out here, you can tell what type of stuff they're on. You know, if they're really like money driven, materialistic, you know, smoking weed and drinking and partying and all that stuff. I mean, that stuff's obvious, but you know, when your discernment's up, you can really pick up on like little cues, you know, social cues, and you know, it's all a gift from God to protect our energy, protect ourselves, you know, from low vibrational people that we're not supposed to be around. You know, maybe agents from the enemy, people, yeah, that just aren't resonating with you guys. So it's a gift from God, you know, spiritual discernment, you guys, and it's going to help us, you know, protect our energy and essentially elevate, you know, to a place spiritually and become the guys, you know, who we're meant to be, the men that we're supposed to be. You know, it's part of the whole deal. You know, he gives us, it's a new pair of glasses is what that is. It's that new pair of glasses that helps us see things clearly. So we get to see other people clearly, you know. Anyone that comes into our life, you know, you can do the energy scanning and see who they are. It's crazy, you know, before most people, before other people. You know, it's a heightened sense of discernment and energy. You can feel people's energy. So this is one of my favorite things that we get on this journey, is the discernment. So, all right, guys. Trying to make these videos a little bit more concise. So that's my message that I have for you, man. Spiritual discernment goes way up on SR. Comment below if you guys, you know, want to interact and talk about this topic. And much love. Hope everybody's staying strong. And go check out my podcast, you guys, on Spotify. It's the Unchained podcast. Me and my boy Spirit War Martin, you know, got like 70 episodes now. If you guys like podcasts, you know, it's a great thing to put on when you're at work or just chilling at the house, whatever, man. You know, it's a lot like these videos. So if you guys like semen retention stuff, putting God first, self-development, spirituality, that's what it's all about. So go check it out, guys. Much love. Hope everybody had a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.